A very good morning, dear students. In previous class, we studied about the electrophilic substitution reaction of phenol. And the next reaction is, we studied before this nitration, sulfonation, then halogenation of phenol, and alkylation and Ridley-Craft alkylation and acylation of phenol. And the next reaction is coupling reaction. Now, what is this coupling reaction? So here in this coupling reaction, phenol reacts with diazonium salt. Diazonium salt means N double azo compound is there, N double bond N is there, one benzene ring is there, which you can see in the reaction. So benzene ring is there, N double bond N means N2 plus and X minus. This is a diazonium salt. It reacts at alkaline medium and at low temperature to form a colored compound, and that colored compound is called as azodine. As you can see that N double bond N is considered as N position, so benzene ring which is attached to N and OH, so N we considered that carbon which is attached to N is 1, so 1 2 3 4, so OH group means hydroxyl group is present on the fourth position, so we can say that it is a 4 hydroxyazobenzene. It is commonly also called as azodine or orange dye. So this is the fifth chemical reaction of phenol, which is called as a coupling reaction. The next reaction of phenol is carboxylation. Here sodium salt of phenol, which is called as sodium phenoxide, it reacts with carbon dioxide at near about 250 to 300 degrees Celsius, and it forms sodium salicylate, and this undergoes hydrolysis to form orthohydroxybenzoic acid, which is called as salicylic acid. So it is the next reaction or carboxylation reaction of phenol. The next reaction, these are the specific reaction for phenol. The next one is a Claisen rearrangement. In this Claisen rearrangement, the starting material is allyl aryl ether. Now you can see a benzene ring. To that benzene ring, OH means oxygen is attached to it. We numbered it as 1. Then next number from the that benzene ring is considered as 2, and then 3. And that oxygen, at the same time, that oxygen is also attached to CH2 CH double bond CH2, so we considered or numbered that carbon as 1 2 3. That CH2 CH double bond CH2 is a allyl group. That benzene group is called as a aryl group, and the attachment is called with oxygen is ether, so it is called as a allyl aryl ether. When this allyl aryl ether is heated to about 200 degrees Celsius, it rearranges to give orthoallyl phenol. Now allyl means CH2 CH double bond CH2 group is there, but now it is attached at ortho position, so we call it remaining the moiety is called as a phenol, so it becomes orthoallyl phenol. And the rearrangement is called as a Claisen rearrangement. Here suppose the product which we are getting is ortho, but if both one or both the ortho positions they are free, then we get obviously orthoallyl phenol. But if both the ortho positions they are blocked, then we get para allyl phenol as a product. You can see in the reaction where both the ortho positions they are blocked with Me. Me means what? It is a methyl group, it is a CH3 group. So what happened? So we get now there is a no chance to attach that the allyl group at ortho position, so it get attached or substituted at para position, and we get para allyl phenol. So this reaction is called as a Claisen rearrangement. The next reaction is called as a Gattermann synthesis. Now this is again specific reaction for phenol. This reaction involve the phenol reaction of phenol with hydrogen cyanide and hydrogen chloride. It is very specific for this Gattermann synthesis. Whenever Gattermann synthesis is there, you must consider or you must have to remember that the mixture of hydrogen cyanide and hydrogen chloride, and in presence of AlCl3, that is aluminum chloride. So this is a combination which is called as a Gattermann synthesis, where this phenol undergoes this reaction to form the compound which is called as a salicylyl diide. Okay, and here ammonia is set free. The next reaction, again specific reaction of phenol, is called as a Haber-Bosch reaction. This reaction starts with trihydric phenol, because three OH groups are attached to single benzene ring, and the OH group, they are present on the alternate carbon atom. The name, as we already know, it is a fluoroglycinol. And when it is treated with the alkyl cyanide, here it is alkyl cyanide, it is a common name. Here we are specifying that acetonitrile, that is CH3C triple bond N, in presence of dry HCl and anhydrous ZnCl2, zinc chloride, in ether solution. So it first give us ketamine hydrochloride, where you can see that the whole moiety of fluoroglycinol is there as it is, but at ortho position what we get the attachment of C from acetonitrile, and the N, the triple bond N becomes double bond N, HCl get attached to it, so it becomes NH. H comes from that from the benzene ring, so it becomes NHHCl, and CH3 is remain as it is, and the moiety is called as ketamine hydrochloride. So this ketamine hydrochloride undergoes boiling, so simple hydrolysis takes place here, and we get fluoroacetophenone, or we can say that 2,4,6 trihydroxyacetophenone also. So this is called as a Haber-Bosch reaction. So these are all specific reactions of phenol. The next reaction is a lateral managed reaction. It is a reaction where phenol condenses with aliphatic as well as aromatic aldehyde in ortho and para position. For example, when phenol reacts with formaldehyde for near about, and in presence of NaOH, means alkali, at near about 6 days, it forms formalin. What is formalin? Formalin means it is aqueous, 42% of aqueous solution of formaldehyde. So you can see here, so we get para-hydroxybenzyl alcohol as a main product, and with a small amount of ortho isomer of it also, and this reaction is called as a lateral managed reaction. Now the most important reaction of phenol, we come to the end of the part of phenol, reactions of phenol, unit of phenol, that there are two reactions, that is Fries rearrangement and Reamer-Timmer reaction, where we have to give the mechanism for the reaction also. So first we will start with the Fries rearrangement. So what is this Fries rearrangement? Fries. So here, as you can see, the phenolic ester, means there is a benzene ring, and where OCOR group is attached, this is called as a phenolic ester. This phenolic ester, in presence of Lewis acid and water, it form. Now what happened? The rearrangement takes place, we can say. So here the COR group is now from detached from oxygen, and it get attached to the ortho position. So what we get ortho acylphenol or para acylphenol. Generally at low temperature we get that para product, and at high temperature we get the ortho product. So now we proceed for our mechanism. This Fries rearrangement, we can explain the product by two mechanism, either intramolecular mechanism or intermolecular mechanism. So any one you can explain by any one mechanism. So we prefer the intermolecular rearrangement mechanism for Fries rearrangement. Now see again, you can see, now what is this? Yes, what is it is called as a, it is a phenolic ester. Yes, so it is a phenolic ester. You can see that benzene ring is there, oxygen, attachment of oxygen to benzene ring, and attachment of that oxygen to COR. Now oxygen carries two lone pairs in presence of AlCl3. What is this AlCl3? It is a Lewis acid. What is the role of a Lewis acid? It is a electron pair attracting or accepting group. So this AlCl3, what it generally do, it attract the lone pair of electron from oxygen. So In the next, after the AlCl3 reaction, you can see that now here AlCl3 is also attached there, and now Al carries negative charge. Why? Because it attracts the electron pair from the oxygen. Okay, and that's why the COR or oxygen, it carries positive charge. Then again rearrangement takes place. COR get detached from the that moiety, and COR detached with a positive charge, leaving the electrons here. And here we can see that there are now two species, benzene ring attached to oxygen, and AlCl3 with negative charge, and the second moiety is COR with positive charge. Okay, now next what happened at ortho position. Now this which COR with positive charge get detached in the upper step, now again going to react on the same molecule but at ortho position. So H is already there because double bond is there, carbon is tetrahedral, so each double carbon is attached to one hydrogen atom. So hydrogen atom I am now we are showing there, it is already there. Okay, so COR get attached here. Now what happened? So here in the next step, the Cl minus from AlCl2 AlCl3 is removed, and H also removed there as H plus. So HCl get removed, and what we get? We get O AlCl2. And finally, in between OAlCl2, the hydrolysis takes place. So we get OHCOR, OH benzene ring attached at ortho position COR. So it is orthoacyl phenol. So finally we get the product. And so this is about the intermolecular rearrangement mechanism for Fries rearrangement. And the last reaction is Riemer-Tiemann reaction. Now, what is this Riemer-Tiemann reaction? It is a reaction of very specific reaction of phenol. Here, the phenol reacts with chloroform in presence of alkali, that is aqueous sodium hydroxide, and when it is reflux near about 70 degrees Celsius, we get ortho and para hydroxybenzaldehyde. Again, we have to discuss here the mechanism of the same reaction. Here, first is chloroform in presence of base. Here H from that chloroform get released as H plus, and we get C minus Cl3. Again the Cl minus get removed there, and we get CCl2, where C carries one lone pair, and it is called as a dichlorocarbene. This is a reactive species which is going to react now with that phenol. So again we are taking the second step, phenol, and it first releases H plus in presence of OH minus, means base. So we get phenoxide. That phenoxide now stabilize itself by phenomenon of resonance, and we can see the third structure of mechanism, second step, where oxygen carries now oxygen is neutral, but it is having with double bond, and in the next ortho position you can see H and one negative charge. At that position, that dichlorocarbene react there. Dichlorocarbene is there with one lone pair. Okay, so and hydrogen and that carbon where it is going to react, it also carries negative charge. So we need only two electrons to form a bond. Therefore, in the next step, you can see that CCl2 get attached at ortho position, but it also carries negative charge. Because why it is so? Because they are near the hydrogen to the carbon atom which is attached to hydrogen. There is already negative charge is there. With the help of that negative charge, or with the help of that pair of electron, that carbon form a bond with CCl2. Okay, so CCl2, it carries negative charge. In the next step, what happens here? Again electronic changes takes place from CCl2. Now that H which is present on the same carbon is now detached from that carbon, and now attached to the to CCl2 to become CHCl2, as you can see, and that oxygen carries negative charge now. Then hydrolysis, after that step, the hydrolysis takes place, and therefore the hydrolysis of CHCl2, so both the Cl, it becomes OH, and immediately the water molecule removes from that position, and that CHOH it becomes CHO, means aldehyde, and O with negative charge is there, so we need only proton there. So we, next process is a protonation, and finally we get the compound which is called as a orthohydroxy benzaldehyde. So this is all about the Reamer-Timmer reaction. These are two reactions, that is Fries rearrangement and Reamer-Timmer rearrangements. They are very specific for alcohol, sorry, not extremely sorry, they are very specific for phenol, and they are most important because we have to describe the reaction with mechanisms. Okay, so please, if you are not getting, please listen this video again and again and try to understand it. So okay, thank you so much.